Well, welcome to Old Classic Car, and here are the classic Fords that I saw at this year's NEC Classic Car Show. We begin with this fantastic Zephyr 6 Zodiac, two-tone Zodiac, a beautiful car from the early 1950s. That is followed by 782 XYC, which is a four-door two-tone Mk1 Cortina, this one registered in June of 1964, with a 1500cc engine. And then a slightly modified Mk1 Ford Fiesta. I'm guessing there's an XR2 there. And next up we have a fantastic two-door Ford Model A of the late 1920s, Tudor two-door version, left-hand drive. Another side-valve Ford here. This is a Ford 100E Squire. This was the slightly posher version of the Escort, the estate car version of the 100E. Next, a recreation of the one-off Ford Saxon. This was a styling proposal that was proposed in this country, but was vetoed by Ford in America, based on the Mk1 Cortina. And here we have a Ford Corsair, very smart indeed. Continuing these classic Fords, we've got 332 XVB. This is a Consul Classic two-door saloon. They also did the four-door saloon and the fastback rakish Capri version as well, which we'll see a little bit later. And here, a 1965 Lotus Cortina Mark I. You see all these photographs were taken at this year's NEC, and here is an immaculate Mark I Ford Fiesta. This project in the 1970s was called the Bobcat by the Ford design team. And the first of many Sierra Cosworths that were at this year's show. This is an E-Reg example, so what's that, about 1987. I haven't included them all here, but I've just included a selection. Next, a 71 to 72 or thereabouts two-door Mark III Ford Cortina in bright yellow. Very nice little Anglia here. This is the EO4A, the 8-horse 933cc Ford Anglia. And here a Consul Capri, the fastback two-door version. Very smart indeed. Big old Granada is next. This is the rare two-door coupe version of the Mark I Granada, here in 3-litre form, later wheels. And back to the pre-war Ford, CMF 999, that's a Ford Model C. This one was registered in August of 1935. And the Corsair, this is a two-door saloon with slightly wider steel wheels. And an Escort Cosworth, quite a late classic for this particular collection. This one's from 1992. This was in the auction area at the NEC Classic Car Show. And a pair of Ford Capri 280s. These are the Brooklyns, the last of the line of the 2.8i Ford Capris. Cortina time again, an L-Reg, so 72 to 73 two-door Mark III Cortina in bright red, beige vinyl roof. And a race-prepared Sierra Cosworth here. Rob Gravit colours, ex-BTCC by the look of it. A Consul Capri, this one KVG 473A. This one was registered for the road in June of 1963. Mark II Ford Cortina time. This is the 1600E, or executive, posh one. Slightly later Anglia compared to the EO4A. This is the E494A, same model as my grey one, which has already appeared on the channel. A couple of Model A's in the background and that Squire. Two Cortinas for the price of one here. We've got a Mark V in the foreground and a Mark IV just behind it. Talking of Cortinas, this is a really rare Mark II Cortina estate that's been converted into a one-off ambulance. I believe this was a particular company did this as their works ambulance. And the Mark III Cortina, this time a four-door car, M registration, so 1973. Capris in the background. Continuing with the classic Fords, we've got a 4-door Cortina Mark 1 here, 624 TJO, bright red car. Over to the Ford Side Valve Owners Club, I think, and this is a green Ford 100E Anglia. Another Escort Cosworth, this time in black. A really smart Team Broadspeed liveried Mark 1 Escort here. Rally car in the background, we'll get a better shot of that one a little later on. In the rear 3/4 view of a rarity, certainly in this country, this is a Ford Taunus or Taunus M registration. This was the German Ford Germany equivalent of the Cortina back in the day. A stunning convertible version of a Mark II Ford Consul. Head-on view of a black Sierra Cosworth E registration, 1987. Like I say, there was a lot of Cosworths there. And a 4-door Mark II Cortina here from, what's that, 1967, 68. Got a muscular looking Ford Capri here. This is a Mark II Ford Capri with a 3-litre engine. Back to the Ford Corsair Owners Club, and we have an estate car version here. Proper rarity, that is. Another 100E, this is 100E Anglia FSL 118, this is from December of 1957. Big old Granada, 1982, guessing that's a 2.8i. Back to the Model A Club again, and we've got a 2-door coupe, or coupe version of the Ford Model A. Please let me know in the comments which is your favourite Ford out of this little selection of 100 photographs at this year's NEC. And a Ford Fiesta Super Sport, the Mark 1 Super Sport, W registration. It's about 1980, that car. And the Sierra Cosworth, the 3-door version with the big wing on the back. One of my favourite Fords that was there this year was this fantastic little 500 weight Fordson from 1952. Little 3/4-ton van. The Mark II Zephyr Ute, or Coupe Utility, all the way from Australia. Granada time again. This one's a 1982 Ford Granada. There's that coupe in the background again. An interesting Mark 1 Ford Capri here. Appears to have the V6 engine. Mark II Cortina, another 1600E. Ross style wheels are typically the giveaway for the 1600E. Back to the Zephyr, the Mark 1 Zephyr Club. And we've got a Zephyr 6 convertible. A fantastic car that is. Indeed a fantastic lineup of cars. Next up an RS2000, the Ford Escort RS2000 based on the Mark II Escort of course. Peek under the bonnet of a 1600E. A head-on view next of a pre-war Ford BOD 978, that's a long rad saloon of 1936. That had the 8 horsepower 933cc engine. The Granada 4-door saloon this time with a V8 hiding under its bonnet. Another Mark 1 Super Sport Fiesta here. Continuing with these classic Fords at the NEC, got this fantastic Mark 1 Ford Capri here, K-Reg, 1971. Ford Capri, the car you always promise yourself. as it said in the period blurb. And that's followed by Mk1 Escort Mexico. Sierra Cosworth just sneaking into the background there. Bit of the rod look going on with this particular 100E. I like the stripes down the bottom of the doors, very GT40 style. .415 XVC, that's a Consul Classic from 1962. That's the 4-door saloon. We had the 2-door earlier on. This is the 4-door saloon in blue. Mark II Cortina convertible. I'm guessing that's a Crayford conversion from back in the day. The Ford Probe from the 1990s, beginning to start appearing now at classic car shows. You don't see them in regular use too often now. 258 HUE, that's a Ford Consul Capri. That one was registered in August of '63. Had the 1500cc engine, the 4-cylinder engine of course. Got a nifty looking Mark III Escort here, very similar in style to the RS 1700T, but I don't think that's what this is. But if you can tell me a bit more about it, please do so in the comments section. And the Mark III Ford Cortina here, MREG car from 1973, 2-door in yellow. Nice RS 500 version of the Sierra Cosworth up next. And a rear 3/4 view of a Consul Capri GT. If you look back at the Capesthorne Hall video, you'll see there was a Hooper version of this car there, which was a really nice little car. Back to the Zephyr Club again, we're going this state version of the Zephyr 6 Mark I here. What a handy car that is. Here's that rally car we could see behind another car before. Timo Mäkinen and Henry Liddon apparently drove this car. Looks like it's a Dakar spec, certainly rally spec Mark I. Another Super Sport Fiesta here. Another Sierra, this time it's a 5-door Sierra hatch. This is an XR 4x4 I believe. Consul time, a 4-door Consul Mark II. The very green Mark I Escort is next. That one from 1967. And the rear 3/4 view of a limited edition Mark V Cortina Crusader Estate. Two-tone and extra stripes differentiated the Crusader from the regular cars. And the Crayford Corsair convertible is up next. I've never seen so many Corsairs in one place, to be honest. XAS 852, that's a 1958 Ford 100E Prefect. Prefect being the 4-door car, and the Anglia and the Populars being the 2 doors. Another big Granada here, this is an estate version, this one from 1982. A race prepared Cosy here. The rear view now of a Mark I twin cam Escort. I looked up this registration. This one appeared briefly in the Sweeney, the TV series in the 1970s. Back then it was yellow. And the Mark I, this is one of the posher versions of the Mark I Escorts. There's a much modified Mark I Capri. This is a rally car. This one competed in the London to Mexico in 1970 and the World Cup Rally in 1974 and is preserved in the World Cup colours. That is followed by a white RS 500 Cosworth. That was in the auction area, as were many other white Sierra Cosworths. The rear 3/4 view of a Mark I Fiesta XR2 is next. A particular car from 1983, and a Mark II XR2 in front of it. Another oddball in this country, it's a 2-door Ford Taunus. Definitely a rare machine. Back to the Corsair stand, and there's a rear three-quarter view of the two-door that we saw earlier on with the bigger wheels. This one from 1965. Similar angle of an RS Cosworth. This one from what P registration, so that makes it 1996. The Sierra Sapphire Cosworth is next, the four-door saloon version, the 4x4. BTCC spec Ford Mondeo is next. Looking very smart in grey and white is XXL526. That's a Mark II Ford Consul from October of 1959. Still plenty of Fords to come. The Mark I twin cam here in the auction area. And also in the for sale section was this stunning Ford Capri RS 3100, built in November of 1973, one of only 250 built. Here's a real oddity, two photos of this one. This is a Ford Cortina XR6. This was a South African built special with the 3-litre V6 engine under its bonnet. Quite a distinctive car, and very few made it into this country. Very distinctive rear window louver there, all very 1980s. And rally prepared, Escort Cosworth there, L11PRC. That's driven by Francois Delacour. Back to the auction area again. We've got a 3-door Sierra. This is a 4x4. This is 2.8i, 4-wheel drive car. Appears to be French registered. A Crayford Cortina Mark II. A somewhat modified Ford F1 pickup is next. Got a bit of the restomod look going on there. Here's one for the boy racers, an A registration Mark III Ford Escort XR3i. Still a few Fords to go. Next, a 2-door, much modified rally spec Ford Escort Mark I NBH769H. That's a twin cam. Very shiny Capri Mark I here, WKR 888J. That's a Mark I 3000E. From 1971. Mustang here, Ford Mustang convertible, that's next. Just a couple more to go. The rear three-quarter view of a much modified race prepped Mark I. Please let me know in the comments which are your favourite Fords, or if your car was in this particular selection of photographs. And to round out this collection, we've got another Mark I twin cam Escort in the auction area, with a Mark II Escort alongside it. And that was the last picture in this collection of 100 photos of classic Fords and vintage Fords at the 2021 NEC Classic Car Show. Please check out some of the other videos that are on the channel, and more videos along very, very soon. Bye for now.